Another video with the Enchantress today. I'm gonna be playing the version I played last time, except like I made a change of the Seeds of Innocence and the Sigarda, like I explained in the video, just to make some Chalice matchups better and against Liliana decks and Eldrazi, like especially against Alice Test. Those are matches that we could actually win, but we often just lose to their top deck Alice Test. Interested there in investing my sideboard cards into matchups that are winnable. So I got some anti-combo matchup cards like the Sphere of Resistance and some other things. Oh yeah, and the Thoughtseizes. Because those we usually want in matchups that we can't even win with these sideboard cards. Let's see if anyone is online at this early time in the morning. Okay, they are. Yeah, there's always someone online, even for Legacy. This is a tricky hand. If we had Dryad Arbor in the deck, I would want this hand. Yeah, I'm still going to keep it, because it has things to do, but it's not the best. Yeah, if they're on elves, you're pretty screwed anyway. So we just have to try to combo them as fast as possible. I may not even let them know which deck we are if they're coming too quickly. Because you're very unlikely to win game 1 here. Okay. I think I'm still going to play the Rest in Peace here, because at least we have a chance of having 3 or more mana. Like if I had not drawn the land, it could have been more interesting to concede. Yeah, Cradle, that can't mean anything good for us. So he may be playing, yeah, I think he's playing Oracle opposition, like Garrick, like playing with the enchantment that lets him tap stuff to tap some of my permanents. No, he's not. Okay. Because it looked like he was tapping 4 mana for a Garruk. Double Glimpse. I don't think I can beat the amount of cards he's drawing. Like even a better hand would not have won us this game here. Because turn 1 Sprawl would only have given us Enchantress presence, or like Argotian and another card this turn. But it would still be very far from developing our game plan, while they're coming off pretty well here. I think I'm just going to concede here, because even if they don't kill us this turn, Even if they don't kill us this turn, they're gonna kill us next turn, eventually. Immunity is very good here. I mean, it does stop Doomwake Giant, but it also stops Reclamation Sage. Stolen Groves, well, it doesn't stop Reclamation Sage, but at least it makes it slower. And Engineered Plague on Elf, of course, and Swords to Plowshares. To like slow them down by taking out a creature. I don't think I want Trinisphere, but if I have place for more cards, I may add it again. Carp the Flowers is bad, of course. Eidolon seems slow. I think I cut the Zenith because they don't have that much disruption. And then, like Elephant Grass, I'm not sure if it's good against them or not. Like theoretically, it would be good, but it has disappointed me plenty of times. Because like with Cradle they have a lot of mana, and they also have like the Reclamation Sage thing. But I think I'm still gonna keep it in. So I guess Banishing Light is not great. Yeah, I'll cut Banishing Light and see what happens. No lands. Only one land, but with a Scry. I think I'm gonna try this. Because it's like Elves and Storm are our worst matchups. So I need to take some risks here. I'm gonna bottom it, sadly enough. Like at least we have both Argothian and Rest in Peace to cast. So all we need is to draw more mana. If we draw a land and Engineered Plague, we would be ahead. Yeah, if they're going for a crazy glimpse turn, like no hand would have saved us. Oh, he's gonna Rex Sage us. That's rough. Or Leovold is even... Actually, I think Leovold is less of a problem here than Rex Sage. Actually, no, it's not, because even though our mana isn't screwed, I think we actually need to draw extra cards. Yeah, Elves is the worst matchup, and Elves with Leovold in it is like even worse. Natural Order, yeah. Not so GG. I mean, our opponent, of course, played it well, but it was obviously not a good game because we didn't do anything. Like even a hand with Swords to Plowshares for the Leovold would not have done anything against the Natural Order. So yeah, we don't stand a chance against Elves with Leovold or without Leovold. Like you could argue that Elves is like a better Enchantress deck. Like they have Glimpse to draw all the cards. They have like Cradle as a replacement for Serra Sanctum. And they have, yeah, like all these small things that are very bad on their own. But like in the end, kind of the synergy makes them good. Like most of the cards in our deck, Elephant Grass, Utopia Sprawl, are kind of unplayable. Except like because they draw us cards and ramp us, both at the same time, they become kind of good in Enchantress. And the Elves matchup is winnable, like only if they have a slow opening hand. This guy plays weird combo decks, but I'm still gonna keep because Mirror's Guile, if it finds us a land, we can at least do something. And I don't know what we're up against, so might as well wait and find out. I just got out of bed, so I'm still a bit tired. Now this has the potential to be great. I think I'm gonna play Mirror's Guile and not Carpet yet. Because if he dazes the Carpet, then we don't have a way to find a second mana, so I'm gonna try to find a land. Mentor aggro. Sure. So anyway, if he dazes and I fail to find a second land, I'm screwed. Well, now I can like play the Carpet first, and if he dazes that, he would have dazed the Enchantress as well. At least we will have made our land drop. And I don't want to shuffle my land yet. May actually want to Utopia. No, I can't Utopia Sprawl first, because then I will have a mana floating when I go to second main. I may want to Utopia Sprawl first to be able to cast Doomwake Giant next turn. Like it loses as a potential draw. I think in this position we really want Doomwake Giant ASAP. Yeah, Cable Therapy? No. Like if we therapies away our Doomwake, at least we will also have a lot of mana for Eidolon. I will have 5 mana. He seems to be holding open Swords to Plowshares. So I may try to lead with Eidolon first. Because it plays both around Swords to Plowshares this turn. And around the days, like in case he drew one. Because if I play Doomwake, I want to be able to play 2 spells in one turn. To like kill their Mentor and Deathrite altogether. And he has probed us, so he knows we have the Doomwake. He may not Swords to Plowshare it. Oh, He does. Sure. I do not mind at all here. Like, unless he has a second removal spell, of course. Or unless he kills us, but we have both Doomwake Giant and Solitary Confinement. And a lot more mana, like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. So if we find one more mana, somehow, then we could play both of these, which I would like. But of course, if you actually play the Solitary Confinement, means we don't need... He's misdirectioning his own Gitaxian Probe. Sure. So this is 6 damage, 10 damage. We're dead if he has another instant or sorcery. I think that is 10, 11, 12, 13. So I think I need to block the mentor here, because if he has a brainstorm, I'm dead. This is rough because you're one mana short of one mana short of wiping the board, and none of these cards will help me get to that mana. So I'm gonna draw the Banishing Light and shuffle with my fetch land. At least killing the tokens and being able to block the mentor could be okay. But we really need to have a drawing effect. Yeah, it sucks. Like, he seems not to have anything, so it sucks to be one mana short here. Because if he has a removal spell for Doomwake, we're in a bad spot. Or if he has a counter spell for next turn, because next turn we still need to be able to play two. Enchantments in the same turn, which resolve. Rest in Peace is very good against their Death Rites, but I think I need to play Enchantress Presence first. I have the mana. Let's see. Although, if he counters it, I won't be able to draw the Rest in Peace. And then, if he counters it, if he untaps, plays another land, he can drain us for 6 altogether. So yeah, I think I wait one more turn to stay alive here. And I don't fetch yet. Yeah, the Banishing Light won't really do anything here. So I'm gonna put the Banishing Light on the bottom, targeting the Mentor. So the Mentor will actually just be killed, but unless like he stifles the trigger, in that case, like I would still at least exile the Mentor. Here I feel like attacking. As soon as he has Snapcaster mana open, I may be inclined to not attack, because I don't want him to ambush Viper me. Thank you for the free mana, opponent. So I'm gonna draw the Utopia Sprawl here. Yeah, I think I want to fetch here, do I? Yeah, I don't need Utopia Sprawl. And we win. This kind of deck, I may want Swords to Plowshares, I'm not yet sure. I don't think I want Trinisphere, but it may be an option. Stolen Grove because he probably has Disenchant. Engineered Plague against like Auto-Mentor tokens. Probably has Therapy and like a lot of discard. I don't think I want Leyline of Sanctity for now yet. Banishing Light in case he has a Chase. I think Eidolon is too slow and he plays like all the removal spells. So yeah, I probably don't want the Trinisphere. You definitely want Elephant Grass and Carpet for the early game. I don't want to cut on Solitary Confinement either. So all of these seem strong cards. And I don't want to cut any of them. So I guess the Banishing Light is the weakest of the removal spells. I guess Zenith, I can cut one of them. And yeah, they're very aggressive, so I feel like I want to Lotus Petal on the draw. And they play these cards, so I want to have two Helms. I think I'll cut one Wild Growth actually. And I might as well just get the Petal. Because at least the Wild Growth draws me a card. This hand is good, like it has turn 1 Wild Growth and turn 2 Enchantress protected from Daze. It looks like a deck that should have Daze. And it can also play an Elephant Grass if I go to an Enchantress doesn't get countered. Maybe he is looking for Daze here, otherwise he wouldn't brainstorm in response. Sure. Okay, obviously I don't want to play the Elephant Grass here now. Because this won't be attacking and I won't draw a card. And he did exile Force, so that means he only has 2 more forces in his deck. Discard the card and we'll get a free Brainstorm. Huh. He did not activate the brainstorm mode, sure. I guess he wants to keep his mana open for some reason. Yeah, maybe cutting the Zenith wasn't such a great idea. Whenever you cast a spell, I mill 5, sure. Target opponent. So it is reasonable. It is reasonable against because we don't have Leyline and we don't have Emrakul. Oh, it did have another force. That's pretty unfortunate. Yeah, I played the Bio to play around Spell Pierce, but of course in the face of Wasteland, it's pretty weak. So our opponent probably has nothing, but we also have nothing, so and his draws are better because he has cantrips, and we need to draw. Like we have, I think, 2 Zeniths, or did I say, yeah, we have 2 Zeniths, 3 Enchantresses and 3 Presences that we can top deck. So that's 8 good cards. I may just fetch out one more land here. I don't really believe in deck thinning, but you know, just even the 0.5% could be okay. I definitely want to plow it right away before he untaps. Okay. Yeah, that's a nice synergy here, the chase. Like, oh, the emblem cost 9, I thought it was 7. I was wondering why he didn't emblem yet. Because, like, he's playing a lot of spells a turn, so it's a nice alternative win condition. Like, he needs to cast 9 spells to mill us, so that's not very unlikely. I mean, now he only has 1 card in hand, because he threw away some cards to Force of Will. But in general, he could play 9 spells in 3 turns. So that's it's a dangerous clock. Oh. Yeah, I prefer him having an extra brainstorm and an extra damage to him probably killing me. It may be a reason to put back in the Banishing Light. Maybe I need to shave some solitary confinements, because I don't like having all of them in my hand currently. But I do like this. Actually, I'm gonna play around the days here. Now all we need to do is get rid of the Deathrite, because Deathrite can kill us even through solitary confinement. Because I want to play the solitary confinement, I think I want to be sacrificing the elephant grass because I want Enchantress presence into solitary confinement. Because he can pay, so he needs to attack one more time and drain 2 more times. I'm not sure I like Helm yet, but I guess it's okay. Like fetching here makes me weaker to... Actually, I think I'm dead against the removal spell here anyway. I can disenchant. Because then he attacks for 4 and drains for 2. So I'm a little bit weaker here to Deathrite by going down to 4 life. I think the Mirror's Guile is still my best option, because next time if I Doomwake I should win the game. If I don't lose before then. So I need to resolve either a Rest in Peace or a Doomwake Giant this turn. And I should have a bait spell, like he has 5 mana open and 3 cards in hand. Like even 6 mana open, so I should try to play something to make him counter the Doomwake, to counter something else before I play the Doomwake onto this board. Because if I don't play the Doomwake, he untaps and wins. I mean, if I don't resolve Doomwake plus the second spell. Okay, I don't like not having a shuffling effect here, but at least they're only 1 mana spells. I guess I can sacrifice this here because he has no direct damage and we are dead anyways. Like I only need the solitary confinement. No, I don't even actually need it. I'm gonna start with drawing some more cards and seeing what my options are. I think I'm gonna need a lot of green this turn. I'm also gonna take a second black in case I draw my second Doomwake Giant, or like the Engineered Plague. Let's see, 27 cards. I do have another carpet, so I may want to hold off my passing until second turn. Second main, I mean. Yes. Engineered Plague seems okay here. Does not have Wasteland up. I think I'm going to sprawl this bio. And he's not F6ing, so he is at least pretending to have something going on. I'm gonna start with plowing the Deathrite, because we have multiple ways of killing it, so if he wants to counter something, it's gonna be now. Okay. So here I go to second main. Now, like, both Solitary protects us and to make Giant for 1 if he has a removal spell for it. So with the Deathrite gone, I feel a lot safer. I think we should be able to win the game. Unless he has like the triple source of countering, like both his Confinement, the Doomwake and the Plague. Use Carpet's ability, yes. Ooh, we're actually getting pretty short on mana here. I'm gonna get 3 green and play some more enchantments first. Yeah, Serra Sanctum is what I needed. I think I did not play a land yet, because I was waiting to draw the Sanctum. And we could even just Helm Rip him. But again, I'm going to play some bait spells first. Oh, he's not waiting for it. Apparently did not have a counter, and he realized we would be drawing into our win condition at some point. This is a tricky hand. We don't have an engine, but Rest in Peace is really good, so I'm going to keep it. Like if he's on any deck that needs a graveyard, this will buy us a lot of time. And he did pass his turn. So maybe he's on like a draw discard plan. Like maybe he wants either like he made a mistake, or either he made a mistake, or he just wants to draw discard a Crystal Rand or a Dredge card. Oh yeah, he seems to be on the Reanimator. And I definitely want to jam Rest in Peace before I play my Enchantress. Oh, okay. Then I think he probably just either kept the land a hand without the land, or made a misclick. I want to fetch first to make sure we're not getting stifled, or at least if we're getting stifled, that we know it before we run into it. Yeah, here the basic plains was a bit annoying. Otherwise we could have had mana for Sterling Grove. But because we had the white mana split up, I couldn't stop. Oh yeah, I could have played the Argothian of this forest, play the Carpet of this one, and have the plains untapped. So yeah, that was definitely a misplay. Hopefully it won't cost us. Because we lose we lose 2 cards next turn. I mean 1 card and 2 mana that we could have had. I'm not gonna Carpet yet. Let's see if I can lure him into cracking the fetch land. And we drew a second carpet. So I'm very glad that we are not... but we ran out of cards to get here. So I may want to sacrifice a Sterling Grove. Like, this does not look like a deck that that can destroy enchantments. So the Shroud will only matter on our Eidolon and Doomwake Giant. I have a feeling he could be on Storm. Like, he's behaving like a combo deck. Like, any fair deck would not have kept a hand that does not do anything on the first turns. Like, the Storm can't beat Solitary Confinement, but we only have one draw effect, so I don't think we can rely on that. So I think I just want to start drawing more cards and draw into it naturally. And I'm still gonna keep these for the second main phase, in case he somehow wants to fetch in response to one of our spells. But I don't want to tap out for this Banishing Light. Actually, if he counters it, I don't care. So maybe I should just have... played it into a possible Daze or Spell Pierce. Because that doesn't do anything. See, I have white and green open. I'm not gonna fetch here, because if he is on Storm, like, it takes one Storm off the clock. Like, we have enough of mana to not care about Wasteland. Going to 16 would mean he only needs 8 Storm. Our opponent does not want to reveal his hand. So it may mean he's just pretty dead to the Rest in Peace. So I'm gonna be assuming he's still either like Grixis Reanimator or Storm. So I could be wanting any of these cards against Storm or Grixis. I'm not gonna take this because we still have Elephant Grass and Doomwake Giant. I don't think Eidolon is good in either matchup. Banishing Light is okay to take a creature. I think I can cut a Zenith. I'm not gonna bring in swords because I feel it may just be a card that's gonna be too dead. I'm gonna cut the Solitary because of the ley lines. I may cut a Forests if I don't have anything else. May cut a Doomwake, like, it does stop the tokens from empty the warrens, but that's all. I think I cut one Elephant Grass here. Sure, 4 hours should be enough. What else do I cut? Definitely not Rest in Peace, because he seemed pretty dead to it. I think another scene is. Like if they are a combo deck, it's less important to be drawing cards, but we first have to lock them out of the game. This hand does nothing, like turn 2 Argothian, turn 3 Banishing Light is bad and slow. Yeah, turn 1 Rest in Peace, and we have Helm of Obedience. Like Rest in Peace got us there game 1, so I may want it now. Yeah, it's probably gonna probe therapy us, and then his hand has become very bad. Oh, he does not. Like regardless of him possibly being Grixis Delver and maybe he was like Grixis Delver and had like only anglers in his hand, but I don't think so. Like, so I don't think he's on days, so I do feel confident to drop the Rest in Peace. So I'm still gonna fetch a basic here. Like I already have all my colors, so there's no reason to take the risk. Okay, that's interesting. Definitely not Storm nor Reanimator. And it's very interesting to see him have played 0 spells last game. At least by not playing spells, he lured us into bad sideboarding and bad opening hands. So sure, if we resolve Enchantress Presence, we can beat the chase. And if we don't, it's gonna kill us. So next turn we can actually hardcast Leyline of Sanctity, and the chase will not be able to Fate Seal us or kill us. So maybe he should have bottomed this. Like if he can't answer this, he may not be able to kill us even. Like if he can stop his creature attack, which our deck should be able to do. Actually, it didn't make sense for him to be Storm, because Storm can beat Rest in Peace, so he should at least have been pondering for cards to win in the game. Here I can play around Days on my ley line if I play the Sprawl first. And ouch, Surgical on Rest in Peace is rough. That means we only have the one Doomwake Giant as a win condition. Yeah, suddenly I don't like our spot anymore. Because I'm pretty sure he has an out to Doomwake Giant. Like we can't let our single Doomwake Giant get countered, definitely. I guess I'll take black in case this gets wastelanded. Or we could try to Helm of Obedience him and just randomly steal a True Name Nemesis. Or like a Leovold or something really annoying. Preferably a True Name, of course. Yeah, in a slow controlish matchup, as I definitely don't want Lotus Petal, I may want to save some Elephant Grass. Okay, he does play Angler, so that means I should definitely leave in some amount of Elephant Grass. And it also means, what does it mean? I don't remember what I wanted to say. I guess I'll still cast a Trinisphere, because I think it will slow him down more than it will slow down me. And if he wants to hardcast force this, I don't really care. Sure, buddy. Just one less force for our Doomwake Giant. I'm gonna wait one more turn with randomly helming him, because doing it for one or like two if I had the mana floating last turn is not really impressive. Like, I want to do it for a big number. I may even keep it around as long as possible. It's like if I ramp into like 30 mana, I may actually be able to get close to milling him. Oh no, actually it stops once a creature is hit. I thought it would just mill until the 30 cards are in the graveyard. Yeah, even then, like, there is no reason to do it until I feel threatened. Until my life total gets too low. He attacks me for 7, so I may actually be threatened already. Okay, Elephant Grass saves the day again. May want to surgical his Force of Will at some point. I mean, he's not representing it right now, but it's definitely the card I don't want him to have against the Doomwake Giant. Okay. Leyline seems okay. I mean, Solitary Confinement here seems also okay. I think I cast the Leyline here first, because I want to keep the option open of having a black mana here. I think I'm gonna sprawl here for... Do I already have a black? Yeah, I already have a black. So I'm gonna name green. Then I think I'm just gonna surgical his Force. And then Helm for 4, and if I hit the Snapcaster I can just, at least I have a target for my Snapcaster. It's very janky, but it's the kind of play that I really like. And we will know what's in his hand. Oh yeah, of course, he can just Deathritus. Okay, I definitely missed that place. I should have waited until he had tapped out. Wait, I wait until the surgical is in the graveyard. And then I helm for 4. Let's see if I'm getting something useful here. I am not. So if he untaps, untaps after this turn, I'm dead to his double Deathright activation. I think I'm still keeping the Solitary Confinement. I think I'm blocking here, because if he has decay for the confinement, I'm screwed. And I already have 2 draw effects. I think I'm keeping the confinement, but not the Elephant Grass, because I have a second Elephant Grass. Yeah, although the Elephant Grass is for free because I still have the Serra Sanctum. So I think I just pay here. Then I discard the Windswept Heath because we'll never be able to fetch with it. And now I start drawing into Doomwake Giant, or... yeah, I don't really know what else I can draw. Sterling Grove could be very good here, like in preventing our Doomwake Giant from getting destroyed at some point. And it should even be able to tutor up the Doomwake Giant. if we don't naturally draw it. That's a lot of mana. We're not drawing any Doomwake Giants here. Also, if he has another surgical to shuffle after we fetch the Doomwake Giant, we're also screwed. But he does seem to have an answer to this, so I'm not sure it's safe to already go for the Doomwake Giant. Oh no, crap. Come on, please be on auto yield. Let me have this. Yeah, so many dead cards here against the so-called Storm matchup. He's tapping a mana, so he's clearly on Hardcasting Force. Sure. So theoretically I could be green sense anything cards back into my deck. He has used 3 Force of Wills. So if he can't stop my Zeniths, then actually I'm also gonna be... Does it matter if I play Mirror's Guile? I think I'm just gonna play it. Ooh, Banishing Light for his Death Right. I mean, I survive one more turn. Oh yeah, but I don't have anything to kill his Death Rights, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, normally you can't deck yourself if you have Greens and Zenith, unless they counter your Zenith. But of course the Death Right can still just drain me. Discard, whatever. Like even if he has 0 creatures in his deck, he could still kill me in his upkeep if I milled like all his 25 cards. Yeah, I'm gonna concede here. And I definitely want to change some cards here. Eidolon is good here, Sigarda is good as an extra win condition against his surgical. Doomwake may be necessary to stop all the Death Rights. Cast Out can stop his Days or Death Rights. Yeah, I think 3 Elephant Grass should be enough. We take out like the anti-combo cards. And we already have a 60 card configuration. I think this works perfectly. Yes, I want this. I'm gonna turn one Sprawl to try Zenith first. Or like to potentially land Rest in Peace and Mirror's Guile. Maybe I should have taken out one Helm, because he seems really aggressive about surgicaling the Rest in Peace. But yeah, I think I still definitely jam Rest in Peace and Mirror's Guile next turn. Because Rest in Peace would have stopped his Snapcaster, his Surgical, his Deathrite, and his Gurmak Angler next turn. So basically anything he was doing. Okay. Like he could have forced our greens on Zenith as well. Now I think I don't want to draw the Rest in Peace until I can actually cast it the same turn, because I don't want him to surgical it at the moment when it's in our hand. So I'm gonna not draw Rest in Peace, then Zenith and Utopia Sprawl. Carp the Flower seems pretty good too. Especially because we can try to Zenith shuffle away the two stupid lands on top. I think this one is on white. Yeah, I want to have black here to be safe from Wasteland. Like he could have Mars casualties this turn, but apart from that, like if this Argothian survives one more turn, I feel in good position. I mean, we could still lose, even with Argothian Enchantress, but yeah, we're definitely ahead of him. Because especially with the Mirror's Guile, like we have all the mana we need and all the filtering, and potentially all the card draw. Let's see, a 3 mana spell. Therapy? Okay, that's sure, he will get this on a flashback, and he'll get more tokens, but it's not a gigantic problem. Like it's basically a 1-for-1, while he's getting some tokens. It's almost like just a Thoughtseize that gets him 3 tokens instead of 2. Oh, that's funny. Still gonna leave the Helm of Obedience in my deck for now. I think I'm gonna draw both Elephant Grass and Mirror's Guile, because Mirror's Guile, double Mirror's Guile with a fetch land may be beneficial. 2 green mana. I'm gonna fetch a basic plains. Okay, and we did brick. So we're gonna need a little bit of luck here. Like, losing the extra draw trigger was not, yeah, it could be bad, but we have a lot of mana for Elf and Grass, and in his colors, he's unlikely to have a removal spell for it. Like, he may have Abrupt Decay of this one tropical island. But he clearly wants to keep his mana open. Here I'm going to Zenith for what's it called? The Eidolon. Because I both want to shuffle away these cards, because they don't draw me anything. And at least, and it gets me an extra draw trigger. I'll play that first to play around any taxing effects somehow. Don't think it matters, but you never know. Like, or I could have just gotten Sigarda. I think he has no way of beating Sigarda. Yeah, Sigarda would have been better here. Next turn, Zenith. Next time you draw Zeniths, please get Sigarda. Go against command, kill this guy and discard. Sure. Land was not so important unless we keep bricking. The Eidolon is a bit more annoying. It seems like he does not understand how solitary confinement works, because he keeps attacking into it, which is strange to me. Oh yeah, I think I'm just gonna jam Doomwake, Dry Carpet, and then Sterling Grove. Where's Gal? No. So we have 2 mana, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't think I pay for the Elfin Grass. Actually, if I... it may be bad if he counters the Doomwake, if I sacrifice both of these. Like, I need to sack Solitary. And I could, like, I pay 3. I have 6 mana left. But the Carpet will only make 2 color mana, so I won't be able to protect it. Oh, I only need to pay 2. Yeah, then I definitely want to pay here. Just as an insurance. Yes, I want carpet. And 2 black, I guess. Oh yeah. He's not beating this. Yes, 2 green mana. And of course I'm gonna not sacrifice this until I'm really like almost dead. Because I don't think he has an out to this, but I still don't want to risk. Losing my Doomway Giant. Oh, I should have put them exactly the opposite way. But I have plenty of mana, so I'm gonna pay one more time. And Sarah's Sanctum should mean even more mana. Let's see if we can kill a Gurmag Angler with... I'm gonna tap this now already. I mean, we lose one mana this way by playing it after the Turning Glove, but I want to preserve my green mana first. Because I'm more likely to draw all these small green enchantments, and I really want them to kill this Gurmag Angler. We need one more. Yes, Elfin Grass will defeat Gurmag Angler in all the possible ways. Let's like, I could just have jammed Helm, but first I wanted to kill his Doomwake, his Angler. And now I will attack. And okay, he did have Diabolic Edict, so Sigarda could have been valuable. And our opponent stops in her upkeep. Not sure if they have an out. Nope. Right, we're doing pretty well now, on average. We lost against... I don't even remember what he was playing. Oh yeah, Elves. That was, those were some horrible games without standing a chance. Let's see, how do I prevent all the light? Yeah, could be better. So we have to win one of the next two matches. But I feel winning both is not out of the question. I think, yeah, last time I think I ended 2-3, but the game, the one before that with a similar deck, I ended 4-1. So I want to repeat that score. Yeah, I should probably just get rid of these janky cards. Let's see. Don't remember what he usually plays. I faced him before. I think something Grixis or Storm. So this should be okay against Grixis, and like we lose game 1 to Storm anyway. So I'm gonna keep like with a ramp spell. It would have been great to play this turn 2 around the days, but I'm still gonna try it. So he's on Grixis. That means I want to resolve the Argothian first. Against Storm, I may have wanted to go straight for the Rest in Peace to like slow them down 1 or 2 turns. Excellent. Now I'm definitely going to play this first. Like we lose a draw of the Argothian in the future, but I have lost so many times to a Daze that I could have played around, so I think I should just play around it. And it also leaves us less weak to Stifle. Like if he stifles our fetch land, then at least we still will have 2 mana. But I don't have to run into Stifle yet. So I'm gonna play out the forest first. And if he has no counter spells, then next turn we can Rest in Peace, and a turn after Helm of Obedience. Obviously it won't go that easily, but it's an option. Like he's down to 2 cards now after he draws. And his clock is not fast enough. So he needs like exactly Stifle on this fetch land, for example. Here my best out is just comboing, so I'm gonna play the Wild Growth on the forest. So to ensure that I have 5 mana around the Stifle, or like 6 mana to play Helm around the Daze. I'm first gonna lure out a potential Stifle, fetching. Like I prefer him stifling the Helm to him stifling the I prefer him stifling the fetch land to him stifling the Helm. So basically we lose to a counter, but we win to anything else. And we win. That's of course the big advantage of playing Helm of Obedience Rest in Peace. That's you may just randomly win a game where you had no chance, like you didn't have the combo, like you didn't have your engine going on. I think on the draw against the deck with Bolt, I don't want Eidolon, and I do want Swords to Plowshares for their early creatures. I may want Engineered Plague, but I'm not sure. I think it's better than Banishing Light. Like this could potentially kill more creatures. Okay, my opponent is asking for a concession because he's 4-0 and we are 2-1. Like I've had opponents do this to me as well. And so because I've had opponents do it as well and I can't make 5-0 anymore, I'm actually gonna consider, like even though it's on a video, so I want to record as many games. So let me see for a moment. Legacy competitive league. So I'm gonna see what's the difference in payout. Medical line leagues. Legacy. Like the difference between winning these is 7 chests and 60 play points. And like he's winning 8 chests, so yeah, it seems like, but 8 chest isn't an extra chest isn't worth like 60 play points. But yeah, whatever. Like he wants a concession and he's behind, so anyway, I'm gonna keep this hand because it has a turn 2 Enchantress presence. Gonna put this on white to play safer with the Horizon Canopy, and I may play around days by casting the Sword to Plowshares next turn. I think I can afford to play around days here. Okay, if he has therapy here, this could be bad. So like, not playing the Wild Growth, but Utopia Sprawl could backfire in a big way. So let's hope he just does not have therapy. No, he's going for black mana. Because I already had a white source, so I could have next turn played the Sprawl. I mean, it doesn't really matter because we're getting wrecked anyway. He does have the days, I guess, if he does not want to take Enchantress Presence. So I'm not gonna play it here, like, because having Enchantress Presence this turn won't really do anything for us, I think. I'd rather run into a second therapy than into a daze here. Side end step, okay. That's very good. Sure. Let's see if he did have the days. Yeah, he did. So I'm glad I waited patiently. Oh, all we need is a black source now. But we need to top deck it right now, because we're dead in... Like, if he gets to attack twice, we're dead. Carve the Flower is a black source. He does seem to have an answer. He's clearly thinking long about countering this. That means I'm unlikely to resolve the Doomwake. But I have no chance anyway, so I have to jam. Okay, our opponent wants to offer us 8 chests for conceding. So yeah, I'll give him this. And I will screenshot it in case, yeah, just print screen this in case like he would not stand up to his word. Oh, so I add 8 of these. So yeah, we lose. Like if we win the next one, we lose out on We lose out like the 60 play points, -2, like we lose out on 4 ticks. But if we lose the next one, and we would have lost this one, at least we get something. And like, the difference is very small. So like if this guy wants to get his deck list published, then I think he should just I mean, I would do the same in his shoes. So just gonna theoretically consider this a win for myself. So I consider myself to be 3-1 right now. Just if I want to like track how the deck has been doing. Yeah, like I said, he has been playing all day. Maybe this is his first 5-0 after like grinding a lot of leagues. So just getting the reward for him is worth. Like he could probably have beaten us. Like I think our opening hand I should have mulliganed. I only had Wild Growth and Swords to Plowshares. So without an engine, I think I should have mulliganed. And then like it would really depend on my opening hand. So I think it was like a 50-50 situation. Like Grixis is not a bad matchup, but it's not great either. It's really hard to gauge. So like I got like 90% of the rewards, where I was only like at 50% chance of winning. This guy is probably on hex depths, like reanimator depths. Like either turning one Griselbrand or Merit Lage. And like he plays Lake of the Dead and Dark Ritual to just hard casts, things like Grave Titan. That means Elephant Grass could be okay, but I feel like it's still not doing anything in the hand. This is even worse because it has no ramp. This is good. Like if he has Thoughtseize, it's not gonna get us there. At least I have a one-turn. I will have a one-turn window of resolving this if he bricks on his Fateless Looting. So I could have scried it to the bottom hoping to draw Lotus Petal. I think that's a very small chance. No. I think I was too slow in turning off the auto yield, so he got to see our deck. It's pretty bad. Damn. I really should not have let him see that. Like he could have Wear Tear in the sideboard. Yeah, these are slow. These don't do anything. Like this may not even be great, so I may want to cut it, because I already am adding a lot of non-enchantment spells. I think Solitary is not so great here. I think I want all of those. Yeah, now I definitely would like the second Lotus Petal over the Horizon Canopy. But Leyline isn't gonna do everything here, so I think 3 should be enough. And I feel like cutting a... Do we need the basic plains or the basic forest most? I think I'm gonna cut a basic forest. I'm gonna keep this. Like, he may thought seize this away, but at least I have Mirror's Guile to dig for something else. It seems like he's gonna be revealing something, so yeah, that's bad. Oh, I almost passed my turn by accident. I think I want to throw away. Do I want to throw away the Sprawl or the Mirror's Guile? I throw away Sprawl. No, Sprawl. I think I want to throw away Mirror's Guile. Like, we may need to dig for cards at some point, but at least if he does not discard me, I can put Utopia Sprawl on the second land, play Rest in Peace, and I will have 3 mana available, even without drawing a land. Oh boy, he seems to have it all. So we're gonna lose this one. That means we're like 2 and 3. So if he would have won against the Grixis deck, we lost out a little bit on splitting, but because we are not sure that we would have won, and like if he would have lost, then we actually made a big profit by conceding. I'm gonna play this out just because. Oh yeah, we're even gonna get these counters. Sure, I pay 1. Actually, no, I'm just gonna concede this because, like, we can't realistically beat that. So I think I will record another one. Like, I have 3 more hours before the downtime. And I feel like I want to play more Enchantress, because this was a very short match, and we conceded the previous one. And I'm gonna add Lotus Petal instead of the Horizon Canopy to try it out.